Hello, and welcome to another MCO market update on Solana. Yeah, the Solana chart has now formed 5 waves to the upside. I already mentioned in the last video, just one more push higher to around about $141 would mean that this is a 5-wave move up. It does look nearly complete. I mean, again, 5th waves can also extend, and I have highlighted here already yesterday the next upside targets, next resistances, and it's likely that we get to at least $141.44. Probably, I'd say, maybe even 147 to 150 for a 5th wave. Once we have a top, we can confirm support for the subsequent wave 2 pullback. I cannot fully rule out, that this is obviously just an A wave, because A waves can be 5-wave movements as well. But whether it's a wave 1 in the blue count or the yellow A wave, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Or let's say rather, actually, it doesn't matter in the short term. Later, it will have an impact. But here on the shorter time frame, it doesn't really have an impact because the support, whether it's a wave 2 or a B wave, is going to be the same, even though we have to consider that B waves can go a little bit lower. But anyway, it's a 5-wave move, so I would give the blue count the preference. And I mean, we can add support to the chart already. It's just important to understand that we have no evidence at this point that this wave 5 over 1 is complete. I'd say if we get a break below that last swing low there around $132.50, then we have early evidence that wave 5 of 1 has topped. Early evidence. So let's put some support onto the chart. Yeah, support for blue wave 2. What would that be? That's typically the area between the 38.2 retracement and the 78.6 retracement. That's the same for the B wave as well. But that's important to understand is invalid. It's not an invalidation point if we break below support, right? So it's simply an area to watch. And the invalidation point is going to be the 7th of April low. So this is the line in the sand, but this is already then, we want to have an earlier warning, right? That's why we add Fibonacci support. But please know it will likely be a little bit higher. At the moment, it's defined between $103.43 and $120.73. So what we need to see is where it forms a top, and then only then, maybe when we get a break below the last swing low, it makes sense to really think about, okay, a pullback might have begun. Maybe this is going to be the pullback where we're going to see a retest of the trend line. Okay, this is the trend line that started to develop in January. So bottom line is we have a 5-wave move up. That means Solana has likely bottomed. This is going to be the first confirmation only, however. There are always 3 degrees of confirmation. The first one is a 5-wave move up into the trend direction. So that's the first confirmation that a trend shift has begun from downtrend back into an uptrend. Then this is, again, it's only the first level of confirmation. Then we have to see how the market will react to support. So if there is a higher low that forms and we get an impulsive reaction from this support region, then it could indicate this is the start of the C wave in yellow or the wave 3 in blue. So further confirmation is a higher low. And the best confirmation will be an impulsive break above the first 5-wave move up. So it will be somewhere here. When we get an upside breakout point, there will be a level. We break above that. That's the 3rd level of confirmation that the market has indeed bottomed. So 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and then we can go from there. For now, the focus is still in the short term on higher prices against the last swing low, which means as long as the market holds above the $132.50 level, there's absolutely no evidence that a top has formed. So local trend is still up. Local trend is still up. And therefore, also the focus can still be on higher prices. So don't necessarily think we have to start a pullback yet. Local trend is still up. The nearest, I would say the nearest key level I can offer is this last swing low there. The Friday swing low essentially at $132.50. So I might even add that here as a horizontal line. I mean, any break below, as I said, would be an early evidence that a top has formed. And then this is going to be the pullback a lot of people are waiting for. That's the update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.